Hi guys, welcome back. On today's video, I'm gonna go over the US Bureau of Labor Statistics and the resource of online ONET, ONET online to show you kind of what is kind of in employment and unemployment rates and also pay wage, because I think one of the big important things is when figuring out and also I did a new lip combo today that I saw on TikTok. I don't know if I like it. It looked better when I had a full face of makeup earlier. So I don't know. But I did reapply it just for YouTube. So I don't know. It's a look. But I think it's more for like a face glam face. But I am gonna do a voiceover. I think I'm gonna record my screen and kind of show you how to navigate through the website first, and it's gonna show you the two websites I'm gonna use. I barely use these websites, so I'm actually using it for the first time today as well. But I've kind of already ran through one of them already to kind of show you what it's like. I'm gonna do it for my Texas peeps because they're the ones that watch my videos too. If you guys need me to do one in the future for anyone else in other states, just let me know. But yeah, so without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and show you my screen how to utilize these websites so that when you get out of college, you are not a brookie. So at least you can use actual data on where you live to see how much money you make. Okay, y'all. So now that we go here to the US Bureau of Labor Statistics, that is the website that you are going to need to go there. So first we are going to check on kind of what they have on the tab. So as you can see, if you click on each tab is different. As economic releases, there's even classrooms for K-12, and so if you're a high school student, feel free to absolutely use these resources. You know, when you go down over here, you're able to kind of click on the state, and so just for today's purposes, we're gonna stick with good old Texas. And so as you go here, you can kind of see pay, benefits, unemployment, all that good stuff. And so just looking for just county employment and wages in Texas. And this is based off of the third quarter data in 2024. You can see it breaks it down by county and a little bit of things. And they even have a visual that you can kind of see different average weekly wages. And so yeah, that's pretty cool. And so let's just go ahead and get back to home. As you can see, I was like struggling there for a second. But let's go ahead and click on employment and unemployment, because as always, you want to see what you're making and what you're not gonna make. And so over here we can see different tabs as well. You can go on this website by yourself any time of the day. So let's go ahead and click job openings and also employment. And so based off of 2024, that's the data for US and Houston. As you can see, this is the over the year net charge for private industry, so construction, financial, info. Next, it also goes off of the 12 largest metropolitan areas in October 2024 data. And so yeah, and that's a pretty cool fact there I just highlighted. I like the shout out for the hurricanes, by the way. I thought that was funny. But yeah, so next one, let's go ahead and look at the important things too, is job openings and labor turnover. So as we can see here, there's that fancy little chart, visual chart of the United States and Texas, kind of the ratio data of unemployed persons per job openings, which I thought was really neat. Didn't realize it was 1-to-1 over here. But yeah, I was like, other places, like, y'all don't have competition out there. Anyways, must be nice, but we do have it better here than California. So knock on wood, let me not jinx anything. But yeah, next is kind of publications, which I thought was really nice. And by the way, this is also my first time using this, but I did want it to learning from my mistakes. Probably should have used this before I choose my major when I went for undergrad. But yeah, you know, you gotta learn so you can give other people advice, right? Right. But it's really cool. They have pay, benefits, employment. They have so much subjects that can go. And this is really nice because you're able to see kind of so much data, visuals, and raw numbers, because what's best to pick a job based off of backed up by data, And they don't really show you this in high school. Well, they didn't show me this in high school, but yeah. And it gives you occupational state, occupational employment, and wage estimates, which is awesome because I think this is my favorite part on the website because, dude, if I knew how much education may have made 10 years ago, I don't know if I would still be in education. I might, because I actually do like helping people out. Hi, cat. My cat is marrying. But look at this. It drops it down from employment percentage, mean wage, hourly wage, occupation, and also like the amount of people per job. And obviously, if you guys looked on like different websites, there is that medium wage and high and low of each job, of course, but it's a good estimate to see how much you make in a job occupation. And I was going down and highlighting some educational jobs, and I was like, yeah, felt big felt, cause but yeah. And so once again, go ahead and use this database. It is great to use. I will go ahead and go to the next one so that you guys can see what it is. But pretty neat website, and there's more to this to explore, so definitely do that. Once again, I thought this was pretty neat, but they have a K to 12 little hub as a student or even using it as a teacher. So shout out to US Bureau of Labor Statistics. Okay, so for the next one, I screen recorded, and I think the website is not allowing me to screen share. So I'm gonna do it the old-fashioned way. I'm literally gonna just grab my laptop, spin it, and show it to you that way. Because this one's also a really good website. And so let me go ahead and fix my camera so that y'all don't fall on me or vice versa. But the website I wanted to show you guys is this ONET website. And I don't know if I have to flip this, but let me go ahead and kind of spin y'all. How do I spin y'all closer? Maybe I gotta record. I gotta record the other way. Give me 1 second, y'all. I got this. I didn't get it the first time though. Okay, perfect. Where did my mic go? Okay, there's my mic. So this is a really good website because this shows you. So if I go to the home page, it shows you different occupations that you can kind of look. So I did mine because if I had this website when I first started, I wouldn't have made the mistake of yeah. So as a sociologist, I did not know as a little kid that you need a lot of education. And so this does a really good job and kind of setting out the task, the technological skills you need, kind of the work activities, what you're gonna do, even detailed versions of it. What else? Right here, it says most of these occupations require graduate school. For example, they may require a master's degree, and some require a PhD, MD, or JD. But yeah, so that was really interesting to find out because I was like, I didn't know that. But yeah, what's also really cool is that from there you can actually go on and see what schools offer that program. So they offer general program, sociology, something kind of similar-ish, but not like criminology. And so it goes to show you, like for example, Texas A&M has 151 bachelor's degree, 10 bachelor's degree. These are recent graduates, which is really cool. But pretty awesome. And so you can always go back here and see different versions like dental assistants, doctor, lawyers. It will go down by the thing, which is really cool. And I was on here kind of earlier looking around and seeing it's really cool where you can kind of browse STEM occupations. So like for example, a lot of friends are architecture and engineering students. And so if you go here, it kind of gives you from the alphabetical order different ones. So let's just go ahead and do aerospace engineers because we have good old NASA over here in Houston. And so these are the tasks again: technological skills, work activities, education, title. Most of these require a 4-year bachelor's degree, but some do not. So yeah. and it gives you kind of job zone examples. So if we go to Texas once again, it kind of gives you the breakdown of the schools and things like that. Shout out to U of H, and shout out to Texas A&M. That's not no. Shout out. Oh, I know people there. That's why I said shout out. But my alma mater is from UT Austin. Not me giving A&M a shout out before my, but yeah. And so that's my alma mater. I have a couple of good friends from there, and it's so funny. We always make fun of each other. I'm like, girl, go ahead. I'm sorry, but I don't even watch football like that. Don't judge me. As you can see, I'm in education. So, without further ado, what I saw was really neat. Was like, for example, right click aerospace engineer. This resource is also for veterans. Let's just go ahead and click on it. When I go and click on it, it takes me to a whole different website for veterans. And so let's say like you're an aerospace engineer, because I also have friends who serve or have finished school or not retired. What is it? They're not active duty, but the opposite of active duty. I forgot. It's like my mind is slipping. But you get what I mean. Anyways, aerospace engineer for veterans, and this is for the Navy. And so I just say it's aerodynamics engineering officer, director, missile engine project officer, and it names a bunch kind of what they do, knowledge, skills, abilities, personality, technology, job outlook as well. Dang, if I was good at this, yeah, but look, that's cool. And you can even find out training, certifications, license, apprenticeships. Check out my state. This is awesome. So good old Texas. This is from Texas, it's above average. So even this is interesting to, like, let's say you are from Texas and you're thinking of moving, like, this is a good website that anyone could use. So it doesn't even have to be for high school students, but this is great because this is looking into other states as well. This would be good for people who are not only veterans but out of college as well. Because, let's be honest, we always switch careers. Like we may stay in the same, some do with 360 and change into a whole different career. And so this is just a great database to see different things. Um and just kind of walk around it and see what, you know, you can find on here, which is really cool. Okay, let's go here and see Microsoft Excel. What is this? Find occupations based off of software used on the job. So Microsoft. Okay, it's giving hot emoji. Okay, I don't know what's going on here, but period. And so let's go based off of this. First line supervisors of passenger attendants. So task technology. Oh, so these are the hot technologies for this occupation. That's pretty cool. Awesome. Microsoft Excel, Microsoft PowerPoint. Oh, that's even cool. It even breaks it down for you. That is awesome. They also, okay, look at them. They got Facebook. They got Reddit. Oh no, this is where I can share it. I was like, y'all got Reddit. But they have Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. What is that little cat emoji? What is that? I don't know. So hopefully that helped. Oh my god, I'm missing a light. Did I even change anything? That is bright and it's on the wrong way. But you see, this is like one's facing that way, so you can actually see the difference in the lighting, how much difference it makes. But yeah, damn, that's bright. But as I was saying, I hopefully that video has helped a lot, because it's always good to know kind of what the pay is going to be before you enter a field, and also the task, because the last thing you want to do is do a major and not know what you're going to have to do when you get that job. So yeah. So hopefully this video helped. Let me know if you like more content like this. I know I spend most of my time yapping, and so I decided to, well, I literally sat down, it's so TMI, but I was sitting down doing my business, and I was like, I need to like do something else. What do people actually need? And so, oh my god, this is so embarrassing. But yeah, and so I literally went on like TikTok and like YouTube to kind of go on like a scroll of like what do people need, and like what are people like watching on TikTok that needs to be posted on YouTube. And I saw a YouTube video of it, like a lot of people are going to get their 4 year degrees and they're not even using it. Like a lot of people are questioning the 4 year degree. And so I was like, let me make a video to find a solution for that. And so I found these two websites that are like really good to use, because I think education is important, but don't go into depth for school, and also don't go in without any research, because that's kind of like going into a job without doing a study on them and seeing how much they're willing to pay you, and what's the benefits, what's the 401k, what's the insurance. And so same thing as how we treat a job, we should also treat education, because it's also a long-term investment. And so we should have resources and be able to kind of do our due diligence, but also be like, why are the schools not giving me these resources? Because I didn't have any of these resources as a kid. And so this would have helped a lot, because if I knew that I had to go all the way to masters or PhD for sociology, I would have probably not chosen it. I probably would have, I don't know what I would have done, but you get the point I'm trying to make. And so hopefully this video has helped. Let me know if it did. And if you guys have any specific questions or ideas for videos that you want me to address I haven't not addressed yet, go ahead and leave a comment down below. And as always, have a good one. And don't forget to like and subscribe my videos. So yeah, peace out guys. Have a good one.